Hey everyone, welcome back to Night of the Dead. So it's been a while since I got a series on this. There's been a ton of changes. There's a lot of big changes on the way too, based on the roadmap. I'm trying to get some notes out on that in case anybody's interested. Just a real quick, short, like 5-minute video on that trailer. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And so we're going to jump in here. I played a test game last night just to kind of get familiar with the game again. We're going to do a new character. We're going to just leave it default. I'm not going to go through all the selection screens. If you want to see that, it's on the last series in episode 1. Also, a lot of good settings to change in that one as well. So then we're just going to hit next here. Here's where you can choose your stats. So right here under traits, you can also click to these over here. It'll give you various other traits like common person, no traits, civil servant, gives you diligent. So equipment drop rate upon zombie kill is up, completion speed is up. That's great for early game. In game's probably not going to help you so much, at least not in my opinion. Granted, you can scrap the stuff, so it can give you some good ingots. From there, you got fine sense, fishing time, fishing bar size. That's really good too. Besides that, I usually just go in unemployed and work my way through all the other stats as a common person. And then we just select the traits that we want. Because like I said, if you choose that, you get a -5, so then you lose your points from right here at the bottom. So we have plus 15. Now we have plus 20, so we can choose what we want. And so I'm not going to worry about hit point recovery. Stamina recovery is pretty good. Demolish speed, I do want that. That helps out a lot the whole game. See, jump power, no thank you. Damage to trees, boulders, and ore, yes, that'll help us get started really fast. Range weapon damage, we'll just make it happen. Thick skin's also a good one. Attack and dodge stamina usage, that's not bad. Let's go to the bottom and see what the big ones are. Equipment drop rate, -5. Gain XP is up. I'm not too worried about gaining XP. We can just kill for that. Alright, so I think we will go Kleptomania. If we need to sacrifice something, we'll get rid of that, just because it'll help us in the long run. And then we'll do attack, dodge, stamina usage. That's going to help us while clearing buildings. See, we can do damage taken. That's a -3. I don't care about low voice, no noise being down. We'll just fight and kill everything that gets in our way. That's just extra experience. So we have 4 points left. Let me see. Do everything down here -4. That would be pretty good. Materials return up to demolishing is up. I don't really care about that so much. Attack speed could come in handy. I do like movement speed. I like being able to move fast, but we do have vehicles, so I don't know how important that is anymore. And of course, damage to zombies is always good to make things faster, so we can either do attack speed or damage to zombies. I think I'm gonna go with attack speed. I think that'll make us attack the zombies faster, and it'll make us attack ore nodes and stuff faster, so let's try that out. See how it works. In the long run, we'll be fine either way. Character name, let's just call this one Deft. Hit create. We're gonna select Deft, because if you use one of your other characters, I believe you start with those levels and those builds, so like I said, we're doing a fresh playthrough. Single player, you can choose multiplayer on that previous screen if you want. We're going to do a new game. It's going to take us to the settings screen. So here we can make changes, like no research lost upon dying. We can change it if we want to. No generator breakdown. You definitely do not want your generators to break down. We want everything to respawn. Well, I think that actually turns it to where it does not respawn, because I don't see how stuff respawning would be harder. But we could leave those alone too. It's just a matter of how you want to play. And this bar up here at the top decides how hard or how easy the game is going to be. Then we'll hit start game and get into the game. Again, I go through all these settings in my other playthrough if somebody wants to check that out, if you want some help on how to get it to work. Alright everybody, so we're in the game now, and again, like I said, there's some major changes coming down the pipe, so we'll probably have to do another fresh start after that, just because there's the differences in how the game's going to start and everything is going to be completely different. The storyline's getting upgraded, so like I said, if you're looking to return, now's a good time to come back and practice. Right now, some of the big changes to make note of: the zombie AI is slightly different, the copper seems to be more rare, there are airdrops now too, and the zombies seem to aggro from farther away. The character selection skill tab menu has changed, and I feel like we do less damage now. Of course, that could just be because I'm used to playing at a higher level. Alright, so first things first, let's go over what we have going on. We have to move fast. We are currently, if you look in the top right, I'll try to zoom in the editing options. We're currently playing on normal, day 0, hour 14. As that white line around that skull fills, that means we're closer to the wave. There will be a wave every single night. So you have to move fast, you have to gather resources, you don't want to slow down for anything. While we're talking, I'm going to do some gathering just because of that. Below that is the survival note. That's the basic tutorial right now. It is getting revamped. There will be a different type of tutorial once the next update comes out, which should be this year, according to the dev's roadmap, which again, I'll get notes out on that soon. Besides that, it says press M to check your map. So M is in Mike, it'll open our map. Your map, if you make a note, an important thing to go over that I noticed a lot of people have not done in the past, are the grid coordinates. So if you look on the left side, top side, those are your grid coordinates. You have a compass here, north, west, east, south. That's not so important. But these grid coordinates, if you move around on the map, you'll see that they're changing. You need to know that, so when you pick up journals, it'll give you clues to where the next books are located. So whenever I say, here's the longitude, latitude, that's what we're going to do. You can left-click to place a marker. You can right-click to remove the marker. Or left-click to place it, left-click to remove it. And if you click away from it, you can place multiple markers at the same time. So we're going to take all those off because I don't want to see them, because if they are there, they will show up on our compass, which is right above our heads at the very top of the screen. So you can place your markers, you can place flags, and figure out where you're going. All right, moving right into the tutorial. At the bottom of the screen, we have our hotbar, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up to 8. Next to that is our health bar at the top. Below That in the middle is our stamina rather, and then the white bar below the yellow bar is your energy. That energy will move down. You'll need food to restore that, which will allow your health and stamina to go back up to its maximum rates. Right from there, let's go ahead and get started. I guess we can cover this too. In the top left, you can see the different buttons. So tab to go to inventory, C to go to character information. So tab, here is our inventory. We can do basic crafting here. There's multiple tabs inside of here. If you want to go through your inventory stuff here, this is button at the top right here on the left will sort and organize. The one next to it will show you just weapons, then just food, and then just your items for crafting. Over here is our character menu. Right here we have costumes. So if you take your costumes off, let's go back to our actual inventory. If you take your costume off, your character's look will change. So if you want to see just armor like I like doing, that's the way to do that. Don't know why it's not letting me re-equip that. We might be running around slightly naked, or maybe I'll put it in the wrong spot. Yep, there we go. So next to that is armor, gloves, shoes, helmet. So this is all armor. Left hand, right hand in case you're using a one-handed weapon and a shield. Ammo for whatever weapon you're using. Another costume over here next to accessory. Accessories like rings and wristbands. Those will give you bonus stats. Below that are your ammo bag, food bag, and your material bag. We'll go into these more in depth later, but we will be upgrading those. Here's a suicide button, I believe, if you get stuck somewhere and can't get out. That rarely happens now from my experience. And this is just all your basic crafting stuff. Personally, I don't advise making javelins or throwing knives. That's just a waste of resources. I don't like those. Over here you can see materials gained. You can trim some meat and stuff. So like I said, we'll get into all that later and updating and organizing our equipment. From there, if you look at stuff, you press F as in Foxtrot to break down, say, this box. It'll give you notes. Alright, so we have our stone. We open the map. Survival note updated. If you look at the right, it says press tab to make a stone knife. Reward will be a piece of rope. So let's go ahead and make our stone knife. So just click on that, click craft, and there is our knife. Let's drop it onto 1 for now. Next, it says destroy a bush to obtain a branch. So let's get our knife out because it'll allow us to go faster. Just watch your stamina. If you burn up all your stamina, you can keep attacking, but it's going to use your hit points instead. Obtain small stone on the ground, so we need to find us another rock. I see some over here. There is a small stone. Make a woodcutter's axe. So come back into here, click woodcutter's axe, craft it. We're actually going to put it on 1. Don't know why my knife keeps disappearing. I guess because it's in my right hand. We'll drop that on, I believe on 4 is where I like to have it. From there, we can destroy trees to get logs. Now, if you go too close to a tree, you can't hit it. So distance does matter. Back up a little bit, and then you can hit just fine. This gets faster. I know this game looks slow at first, and it starts slow if you're playing it. Once you get to higher levels, you will burn through these trees really, really quickly. Now it wants us to make a pickaxe. So we're going to do tab and go back to make a pickaxe. Craft that, drop it down, press 2. Now these black rocks like this is iron. The trees will give you vines, sticks, eggs, all kinds of stuff, but the most important resource off the trees are logs. Now it says destroy a boulder to get stone. Now normally I'd rush to the city, but we're probably going to spend the first wave right here as we cover the basic tutorial. And the stone works just like the tree. If you get too close, if you hit one of the pieces that's trying to break off, it won't take damage. So just move around it. So we just got small stone, and 5 pieces of stone. We'll go over that later too. Save your limestone. You'll need it to make cement later on. Now it wants us to destroy a paper box to obtain research materials. Those can be found typically on the roads and throughout buildings occasionally. So here's one of the boxes. Oops, did not mean to hit that with a pickaxe. And again, demolishing, that's the thing I put skills into, so it'll get faster. And we just leveled up. So if you want to see your levels, you can press C as in Charlie. It'll bring you to your character screen. Here is your levels. You can adjust it with these little arrows on the side. If you put stats in these and you later on want to change it, there is a way, or there used to be, based on fishing. Like I said, we'll get to that when we go. If you hover over each one of these, it'll tell you what it gives, like attention, noise reduction, movement speed up. Strength is damage up, jump power up, vitality, attack stamina usage down, dodge stamina usage down. Endurance is damage taken is down, stamina regeneration is up. Judgment, hit point recovery from items, evasion rate are up. And these matter more importantly later on too once we get into coils, because you'll need certain stats of these to activate your coil abilities, which will make the game much easier. So we're going to put our points into memory for now, just so we can destroy trees, boulders, and ore faster and kill zombies faster with melee weapons. Press T to accept your decision, otherwise your points will just sit there. Escape out of that menu, and we'll keep on moving. Next, it wants us to build a foundation. I'm going to break this thing down right here really fast. So we can build right here just for now. I don't plan to stay here. But anyways, so here's a foundation. We'll press B as in Bravo to open that menu. Make sure you have some vines and some logs on you, T to build that, or just click on it like I do. You can adjust it with the mouse wheel to get your angle right. You can kind of look around to position it better too. Terrain does matter. You can use Q, just press it to lower, E to raise it. I like to lower mine just a little bit to make sure I can jump up and grab it, but the zombies can't jump up and get onto it. So like right there should be pretty good. Then we should be able to jump up and pull ourselves up. That way if you fall off or you need to get the zombies to path down and chase you, you can do so. And we're being attacked by this guy. Let's go ahead and get our knife out because it's blue quality, so it crafted higher than the others. Left mouse button to attack. Alt will allow you to dodge backwards like this. Then again, watch your stamina usage. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. It wants us to build some stairs now, so let's press B as in Bravo. Go to the stair icon right here. Like I said, these are all tabs, and then there's sub-tabs under the main tabs. Here's a set of stairs. Let's go ahead and build that. It's going to take logs and vines as well. Okay, so if this isn't snapping too, like it looks like it's not snapping right now, press Alt, and that turns snap on and off. Press Q, and then kind of move around a little bit, and you should be able to get it positioned just right. And now we have our stairs. Now it wants us to make a claw hammer. This is one of the most important things in the game, but we'll get rid of that for the wrench later on. Alright, now we have our hammer. We're just going to drop it on 6. I like to keep everything in the same positions. 3 will be my bow. And as you can see, like I showed you right here, the knife is blue quality, so that means it's a slightly better quality than these. These are just gray. That means they're normal. There's multiple colors. There's gray, blue, yellow, and red now. I got a red axe on one of the airdrops. It was pretty awesome looking on the test game. Hopefully we find another one around here. Now it says demolish stairs by using the claw hammer. Like I said, we're on time, so we're going to keep moving fast. So once you have the claw hammer equipped, you can do T to upgrade, R to demolish. So just press R, and your character will swap to demolish. And again, once more, this gets faster. Alright, use a Molotov cocktail, which we just won, to ignite foundation and repair it. Alright, so we need to go into our inventory, get our Molotov cocktail out. I'll just drop it on 8 for now. Pull it out, hold down left mouse button to aim, and then release. It's going to set this on fire. Fire is one of your worst friends. So everything needs to be upgraded to stone or higher before day 5. Let's go and get our claw hammer back out. You're going to need a branch to repair it. Just press T one time, and it is repaired. Back to 100% hit points. If it's on fire and you stand on it, you will also be on fire and take damage. Now it wants us to build an equipment workbench. We're just going to set everything, let me think. We don't need a ton of space here, so I think we'll just set everything back here. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to have to haul the resources back and forth, so maybe we'll just build over here by these trees. So equipment workbench, come into here, anvil and hammer icon. It'll be the first one at the top. Let's go ahead and build that, place it down. Next, it wants us to make a bow here. Bow is also a pretty decent weapon to get started with. Let's go ahead and craft that. Drop that onto 3. Next, it says hit tab. We can make arrows on our own personal crafting. So we'll go ahead and make as many arrows as it'll let us, which is 8. But it's times 5, so we now have 40 arrows, which is good. Let's go ahead and sort. Next, it wants us to make a material production workbench. I'm pretty sure we're low on resources, so let me do some gathering and we'll get back to this. I can't remember if I covered this on these iron rocks, so when you destroy these, it'll give you iron ore, a chance at copper, chance at sulfur, pieces of iron. So right there we just got the maximum drop. Looking pretty lucky so far. You're going to want to mine a bunch of that. You're going to need all the copper you can get your hands on, so do not be stingy trying to farm up some copper. It's one of the most used resources in the game, all the way to in-game and on. One thing I should mention, so you'll move slower with a lot of your weapons. If you swap to, like, say, the knife, you should be able to run a little bit faster. If you swap to nothing, again, faster. Now right here on the ground, you should notice a journal. We can press F to take it. It's going to update our journal itself. So if we press J as in Juliet, it'll open that. And this is what I was talking about with the grid coordinates. So right here at the top, clue number 1. So again, these are clues to tell you where to go find a book that you need to progress in the game, and some other valuable items. So it says here, go to coordinates 4431, 16639. You'll find the items you need on the second floor of the research facility. So that'll be the first place that we go to. We should have the materials we need now. I probably should have gotten a couple more bushes, but let's go ahead and move on. So right now, let's do the material production workbench. So if you come to this tab, click down here. If you look at this picture, usually it's pretty accurate. So B as in Bravo, the hammer and anvil, and then the nail and rope to find the bench that it wants you to make. So we can put B for build this. We don't want to set it right on top of the other bench. A lot of times it's okay. I like to get mine a little offset. As you can see how large it looks right now, that's what it'll look like once you upgrade it all the way. But this right here is what it starts off as. And this is the crafting workbench. So we just built that. So let's go ahead and see what else it wants us to do. Or rather, it wants us to make the crafting workbench. So crafting workbench is the next one down. We're going to need lumber and wooden planks for that. So we come to this bench, and here are the wooden planks. Now again, on these workbenches, there are tabs up here as well. We will upgrade or unlock these with research, or actually these tabs are unlocked by upgrading the workbenches themselves, which we will do in just a minute. So let's go ahead and make like 5 or 6 of these. We'll make 6 of these. So that's planks, that's lumber. Go ahead and craft. That should allow us to make the next thing that we need. Again, you can see how large that one is too. So we're going to offset it some. Make sure they're not blocking. If they're blocking, we'll have to demolish them using the claw hammer. Alright, it wants us to upgrade the foundation. Hint is to equip the claw hammer. In order to do that, I believe we're going to have to upgrade this because we need cement and brick. So to unlock that tab, we're going to get our claw hammer out. Look at this. Anything you can build in this game, you can almost upgrade. If you can't upgrade it because the option's not there, that means it's max level. So press T, it'll tell us what we need. We need 3 nails to finish this one. So let's go over here. We'll make nails using a piece of iron. Craft those, come back over here. Now it says it's going to collide with another collision. Looks like it was actually us that was in the way. So you can either just click here on upgrade, or you can just double tap T and it'll let you upgrade it without having to click on anything. And now we should be able to make our brick and cement if we have the materials needed, which we do not. So we need to go mine some stone. Like I said, you need limestone to make cement, and then we'll need some bricks, which takes branches and stone. So let me go finish gathering up some more resources. Alright everybody, so I've been gathering. I think we have enough resources to really get started. I wanted to go with this guy though. He just popped up over here. So that guy with the chain behind him, you'll see he aggro's pretty far away. He's going to scream and run and try to stay away from you. And when he screams, he's going to summon other zombies to come in on top of you. So just try to shoot him in the head and kill him before he summons them. Now if you're around a bunch of zombies, they will come too because they will hear him screaming and yelling. I typically go for him first if I can. Otherwise, I'll just kill anything that shows up. Headshots do extra damage, so if you can land them, do so. Now, if you don't like this view on your character, you should just be able to hit P as in Papa, and that should change your view. So you can go to first person if you prefer that. You can go to this slightly different one here, which was free look. And that's how you change your view again, just pressing P as in Papa. So let's go ahead and move on. So next it wants us to upgrade the foundation, use the claw hammer. So to do that, like I said, we need brick and cement. So let's come over here. Change tabs over here. We'll make some bricks. I think we need, if I remember right, 6. Could be wrong. Cement, I believe, is just 1. And then we can come over here back to our foundation, and we can press T. Oh, forgot to make the nails, of course. That's it on this bench right here at the top. Let's go ahead and make, I don't know, 5 or 6 of those. Then we'll upgrade this. And because we laid down, now there's 2 different foundations, just so you know, in case yours looks different. Now you have this solid one, and then you have this open one. I'll go over later when we get into more advanced building why I prefer to use either or in certain situations. So that one's upgraded, we just got a reward for that. Next we need to build a research table. So we'll press B, come back down to the same icon, down here to the hourglass and page, and there are going to be more of these, so go ahead and build that. Set it right here. Press F as in Foxtrot while looking at it to do research. Let's make sure we're not getting ahead of ourselves. It says proceed research at the research table. You'll get a piece of plastic, or I think that was actually rubber. Here I like to go for novice porter first. If you click on it and then hover over this, it tells you what it gives. So it gives us inventory slots plus 12. I like that because we need to carry a bunch of stuff. We don't have enough research to really do much else right now. Now it wants us to build a sleeping bag. So let's do that. Go to the chair icon. And the sleeping bag is going to be under beds at the top. You just set it wherever. You can make this your spawn point. So that's down now. So that's F if you want to set it as your revival point. And then it wants us to build a flag. It's going to be roughly under the same menu, except you're going to click on the chest icon. Build it. Set it. Now these flags are really nice. So there's a place you like farming. Maybe you want to come back because you have everything on respawn. You can lay a flag there, you know, and name it like iron or whatever it is that you want there. So you can change your color. You can select your icons up here at the top using the slider to mark what it is. We're just going to leave this one as standard for now because we'll probably, the chance of coming back here is probably slim. We did find a lot of iron on that side, so I did do a lot of mining for that. Next, we need to build a pendulum. The reward is going to be a trap machine. So you're going to need trap machines until the game is over or until you get sick of playing. And you will need to build those every day pretty much, or as many as you can get out. So first things first though, we're going to rebuild our stairs. Like I said, we have to start getting ready for the nighttime. And then we need to build, because it wants us to build a pendulum, we need space for that, so we need to build a couple of foundations. Because these take up space. Now you can lay them on the ground, I don't advise it. Personally, I like to make my zombies walk. I think I put this on too much of a hill. Hopefully it doesn't cause trouble for us. So normally I'd make this a little bit bigger. I'd like to go one more, I think. Now one more might be just too much. So what we might do is we might get rid of the stairs and go forward one step. So this is like tower defense meets zombie waves, except it's much cooler with the building that you can do in here. So let's go ahead and demolish these steps one more time. Go ahead and ease out 2 more just to make sure we have the space that we need. Of course, now we probably can't. Yeah, we can't jump up there. It's fine. If we fall off, we can just run towards the back. We can easily jump on that. The thing is, you don't want them to be able to jump up there, or to, which they can with the height of this one. They can definitely jump on the back side. But on night 1, 2, and 3, we don't have to worry about that too much. Hopefully, they won't just come back here and mess with us. But it's still a little bit of a jump, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, worst case, we'll just fight them. I'm not that worried about it. So now we need to build a pendulum. So if we come into our build menu, press B again, come down here to the bear trap, click on that, and the top ones right here are basic traps. We don't need to worry about too many of these other tabs just yet. The pendulum is probably one of my favorite traps. My other favorite trap is the shredder. Those are the 2 best ones early game in my opinion. So we already have a trap machine. We got that for a reward. They are kind of expensive to build. We already have enough nails. Now we need to make 6 more pieces of rope, a couple of planks, a couple pieces of lumber, and some iron ingots. So again, all that's going to be done under certain screens here. So right here, we don't need to worry about any of those just yet. Under this one, none of this yet. It's all, most of that's cosmetic. Some of this is, all this is new stuff. I haven't seen any of this before. So we'll get to that when we get to it. So we needed some rope. Let's go ahead and get, like, I think it was 6 pieces. We hit craft on that. We need some cloth to make more rope. So if you use the little arrow, it's 1 at a time. You use the big arrow, it's 10. And then the arrow with a line is as many as you can possibly make. So we're going to go ahead and make 12 of those. Let me see. We currently have 8 pieces of rope. So let's go up to 5 more. And then we need, like I said, we need the planks. So let's do 10. And we'll hit 10 here again. Of course, that's 11 because it starts off at 1. And that should give us what we need except the iron ingot. So we can click here. Oh, we can't build it, right? So we need to upgrade to our ingot screen. So to do that, we have to do another upgrade on this workbench. So press T. We need 5 bricks to do that. Now we can upgrade it. And that should allow us to now craft ingots. So right here we can make iron ingots, and here we can make copper. Like I said, I did do a bunch of farming, so we have 8 pieces of copper ore, which is nice. It's going to allow us to get more traps made. The reason we need copper is to make copper wire, which is used to make the trap machine once we get our research level high enough. Let's go ahead and we'll make 10 iron ingots. Make sure we're still good on mats because we did build a bunch of stuff and do some upgrades. Now, my favorite way to build the pendulum later on is going from like left to right and crossing over the top of this, but for now we're going to build it straight on because it's wave 1. So we're going to be limited on resources. Alright, so since this is just wave 1, day 0, what we're going to do is set it long ways like this. Now if you're standing inside of it, it's going to turn red, so you can't place it. So just back up. I don't like to put anything on the front right here because a lot of time I've run into issues with that where they can't get up the ramps. So we'll just back up here. And make sure, pay attention, you see that giant ball on the back right there? You're going to want that to swing to throw them towards the stairs, so they have to keep coming back and forth through it. Let's go ahead and lay it down. And before the wave gets here, make sure that you have sticks on you, because so you can reload this. It only has 30 uses. So during the fight, we'll have to reload it while we go. Next, it's going to want us to build a cutter. So let's go ahead and press B as in Bravo. Here's the cutter. We need some more. We need 5 more pieces of rope, and we'll be able to get that put down. This trap's not bad, but it's not great. And we can upgrade these traps later on. We'll get to that when we start doing that. Let's go ahead and press B again, get to our cutter. I like to put it right here. You want to be careful though, sometimes it can block your stairs, which I had happen to people previously in the game. We're going to try it right there. If it blocks it, we'll run by and destroy it later. So this way they should be able to walk right onto it and then run up the stairs. That'll cut them. This one's going to smash them, and we'll stand back here and fight them as it comes. I do need to get some light down so y'all can see, because it's going to get really, really dark. So if you want to put lighting out, maybe you're having a hard time seeing and you don't want to mess with the gamma. To do that, we come down here to the chair icon, the light icon, and you have several different types. So you have these that you can put on the side of walls, you have these you can set on the ground, and these that you can hang. We're going to go ahead and build one of these. So you're going to have gotten fuel and a couple other resources by looting. Now normally I'd have this thing right here upgraded and I could put it on the bottom. It looks like it still attaches, so we're going to put one right here at the bottom of the stairs. And then we'll put one on top of this thing. And that way, well, actually we're out of resources for that. Let's see what we need. We're going to need more leaves. Leaves are the bane of my existence, so let me grab a couple of those. And real quick, let's go ahead and level up. I try to always do my levels when people are watching. It helps you if you level, as soon as you level, go ahead and put points in. So we're going to go ahead and put those into memory. I'd like to get that to plus 10. Decisions made. Next quest says turn your light on. It's getting dark, so we can press L as in Lima, and that turns on our flashlight. And then use Alt, like I said earlier, left Alt to dodge, so that allows us to dodge in whatever direction you're pressing on WASD. And then it wants us to build a cooking table and cook some eggs. Alright, so cooking table, come in here, hammer anvil again, rope and nail. Cooking table's right here, third or fourth one down rather. Go ahead and build that. Again, it's going to take up space too. It wants us to make a boiled egg, so come here to the top. Now these recipes move around. If you have the materials to actually do the cooking, it goes to the top. So we're going to cook all of these. We found some cut down trees. We can use those to eat, get our energy, or I don't think it gives energy anymore, it gives just hit points. So we'll give our hit points back if we can gain more, which if you look at our bottom left right now where our hit points are at, we can't hardly gain any hit points back because our energy bar is going down. If we need to regain energy, we can eat one of these energy bars. That does give hit point and energy, so like I said, certain foods only give hit points, and then other things will give us energy and hit points. Now it wants us to build a small animal trap, so again press B, come down here to the bear looking icon and the last sub tab, and right here at the top is a small animal trap. You're going to need a bunch of these later on in the game. You can build them early on too if you want to be able to upgrade your bags and stuff faster, and then you just set it down and wait. We've got a zombie coming. I guess we can try to kill him with our bow. So with the bow, you just hold down left mouse button, you can aim at their head, it'll take them out if you get a headshot. If you have multiple items around and you look at it, you can press F just to pick up one. T is in Tango to pick up everything. So that'll get you your arrows and the research data back. And you'll get random zombies coming across the map chasing you once in a while. It's part of the game. They just send them out to you, so always watch your back. Try not to get stuck in a doorway between two different boards. Alright, so let's see if we can get some more light put up. Spacebar is how you jump. If you need to jump, hold down shift to sprint. Again, it all uses stamina, so watch your stamina. Alright, so we're going to put down one of these larger lights. It should give off pretty good light here. That way everybody can see at night when the wave comes. I probably won't build any more traps than these two that we have here, except we can build some of these basic ones that'll help out. So if you come down here, back to basic traps at the very top, you can build a barbed fence. We can build two of these, so you can place these. I like to put them here to try to keep them from getting on the stairs, or if they do get under the stairs, it will kill them. Because if they get stuck anywhere, they will smash whatever they have to get out. And if they break those stairs, then you're trying to stand up here and bait them into the traps. Well, they can't get to you, so then they'll smash and destroy everything. From there, I think we'll go try to loot one of these houses real quick, see if we can find some armor. And maybe if we get lucky, a melee weapon would be nice. Now, if we shoot this one, it's probably going to alert the others, so let's go ahead and do that anyways. Oh wait, we can't. Can we not shoot through the hole in the wall? Oh no, there it goes. They have multiple attacks based on what type they are. This guy likes to charge a lot and flail. And they can also stomp, which will stun you. They will try to dodge your arrows by circling around you, and they will taunt you. There are many different types of zombies, so watch out. The bigger they are, the stronger they are. The more dangerous they look, the more dangerous they are as well. Then we go over there. T to take all of our arrows back. We dropped her. Again, I'm putting all my points into this until memory until we hit 10. And let's see what we have left hiding in here around the corners. And then we'll loot this building. It looks like it's clear, so these boxes, when you see those and break them down, it'll give you basic resources, lumber, wood, nails, that type of thing. And again, the zombies can drop bags and loot crates. We haven't seen loot crate yet, but there's a bag that'll be research data and some piece of iron typically. Now these little black boxes, keep an eye out for those. Those give you coils. And if we found armor, you can put those into your armor, and you can use them to upgrade the coils. We're going to take the gear repair kit. I don't care about the coils themselves right now. We just don't have the storage space for them, so we'll find some more later. And here you can loot furniture and stuff too, so like we're getting cells and research data, so we'll do a take all. Bookshelves, always loot those. That's where you can find books that you need to unlock higher levels of research later on, because it'll take a book and research data. Alright, well, nothing too good from there. We can eventually break down these street lights. You can loot cars and break them down, but first we have to get to the research level for wrenches. Now they are alerted by noise, light, and if they see you, so we'll probably end up alerting all these at once. If this guy yells, I don't know why he's just standing there. Here he comes. Like that green glowy guy over there, he will shoot spit at you, which will poison you and slow you, so watch out for that. And this guy can jump at you. Some of the other ones can as well. Like right there. That'll stun you when he lands. On top of that, not only can these green guys spit goop at you like he's about to do, dodge that. If they get too close and you go to kill them or they're weakened, they will explode, so keep your distance if you can. Like right here, he was going to explode, we killed him before he could pull it off. Up here comes his friend, I don't know how he got alerted from across the map. Like I said, the zombie AI is slightly different than what it used to be. They do seem to aggro from much farther away. That's another bookshelf in here. Let's see what we can find. You're definitely going to get all the research data you can early on for right now. Later on, it'll just be trash. These lockers, they usually have ammo inside of them. We don't really have a use for ammo, so we'll probably just leave it. Because, like you can see, well, I guess we can try to take it, but our storage space probably won't hold up. Buildings like this with walls around them are kind of good to build around. And there's a way you could put like a two shredders here, and that should just handle the first couple of waves, and you want to build anything else. So you can loot trash cans and things around the buildings. That'll give you some basic resources. You're going to want leather. It's going to come in handy. You can also build and make leather later on. Now this building, if we can get in here fast enough and out of here, should help out with finding some armor. Always look behind you, make sure you got room to move. Really need to find us a melee weapon or make one. Personally, I like to try to focus on the same zombie and just thin them out. Alright, so this house is clear. Let's go ahead and loot. Now, you can find ammo crates like this on the box or on the ground a lot of times in houses. So if you break these down, it'll give you a good amount of ammo. Right there, we got rifle ammo, submachine gun ammo, and handgun ammo. Not going to come in handy for a minute until we find an actual gun. Another bookshelf. No book, but duct tape is really good. Make sure you keep that. Right here is an armor / weapon locker, so you can find all kinds of stuff in here. Make sure you loot these. Alright, so you can see right here, really good sets. These are rare because they're both yellow. So this one gives us 10 strength, 25% crit, and 4% movement. It has a socket, and it has an ignition coal and lightning coal level 2 in it. This one gives us 10 endurance, 10% stability, and a 10% equipment drop rate upon zombie kill. Right here is an iron ring that gives us a bonus of 0.26% crit chance and a negative bonus to movement speed. We're going to put that in accessory slot. Oh, I guess we have to take it first. And then we'll go ahead and equip it, which will get our stats up. And a repair kit for a weapon and a repair kit for armor. You need 2 different types. Come out here, another locker to find more ammo in. So let's head downstairs and see what we have down here. So we got a box to break down, and another box, and a refrigerator loot. You can find food in those. So we have rotten healthy juice, poison resistance for 1 hour, but also a negative 75 to hit points, and then we have a can of beans, so that's plus 3rd energy, plus 10 hit points. A very good chance we'll eat that before the wave starts. And so now I'm just going to gather until the wave comes. We don't really need to advance anything else because we're just going to demolish most of it and move on to the next location. Hopefully we can get to that next location pretty easy. Where we're located at now, we kind of have to go through the center of the city, so it's not going to be a nice smooth trip unless we go way out of our way to get around it. So I'll try to just get through the center. So once the wave starts, guys, I'll see you then. All right, everybody. So our wave is starting right now, so we need to be ready. You can see the notification at the top of the screen. They'll be coming to wherever your current location is at. So make sure you're ready for them. Make sure everything's set up. If you need lighting, you need your traps to be reloaded. These are basic traps, so we just need to have sticks on us right now. Like I said, we can jump off the back here if we need to wait. They'll reroute, and then we can jump back on. If you built higher than this and you can't jump on it, a good way to do that is to put a foundation and a stair back here. Just leave like a single foundation gap, and then you can jump back and forth, and that'll cause them to reroute. and repath, I think we'll be fine just like we are. So we did level up a lot while I was farming. I did do a ton of gathering if you want to see that really fast. So right here we have, this is all iron ore. I've been mining every single piece of iron ore I can, and right here is 22 pieces of copper, so that's the best we could do in that amount of game time. Tons of sticks, a bunch of stone. We don't really need stone just yet, but before day 5 you're going to need all the stone and limestone you can get your hands on. From what I'm saying, it looks like copper and limestone might be a little bit harder to get than it used to be. And besides that, our inventory is maxed out, so we need to be ready. Here they come. So here's the trap. You can check it out and see it working. It's quite does quite well. It'll one-shot most of them, but not all of them. It's got, like I said, 30 uses, so make sure you pay attention. It will do damage to you, so don't stand here thinking, hey, it'll just swing right through me. No, it will not. It will hit you, send you flying. So make sure you dodge. And like you see a little path that way. The shredder should be going off, but it's actually not, which is weird. Looks like we have a Karen coming for us. Let's go ahead and handle her. Besides that, the trap should be doing a lot of work. Their AI is a little different, so they do fall off the side sometimes. We can put walls up to fix that. Now, we don't get experience for the traps killing them, but if we kill them, we do get experience. Now, if they get, sometimes they will get mad, even if they're not stuck, and they'll just start beating on your stuff, so be ready for that too. So if we fell down right there, they'll start attacking everything. Let's go and reload because we're at 15 out of 30. We can creep up here and try to grab some of this, and then run away. That should be a bunch of research data and iron pieces. I don't know what's up with the shredder. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe they're just not close enough to it. Once the numbers thin a little bit, we might test it and see. But we only have like 20 something arrows left, so we don't want to have to sit here and shoot them all. We could and get some good experience, but there's just no point. They were hitting a little spike trap, so it's causing a little bit more extra damage, so it's killing a lot more than I expected. Yeah, let's check our usage. We're at 19 out of 30. Just keep an eye on that. Like I said, you don't want that to go down. Be a bad day. Actually, let's see if we can get this guy to test out this shredder. Now that shredder will cut you too. Oh, so it is working. I guess they're just not getting close enough because of the angle. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's just the slope right there, so awkward. Here comes the next wave. Now we should have built some walls here just to be safe. There will come some of the green guys and they'll spit at us, and walls will keep you safe from that for the most part. Later on there's going to be some guys that'll do a lot more than just spit at you, so you're definitely going to want to build some walls based on where you plan to stand and fight. Every day you're going to, like I said, you're going to want to build these out and make them more and more advanced. Like this guy, he's kind of just doing whatever he wants. He'll probably start attacking the wall. Yep, he's a little agitated. Shoot them and usually they'll go back and find the right path to get to you. You can hold down, or you can press left control and you can crouch. So we're going to do a take all right here, get some arrows back. If you want to get some free experience, just go ahead and pop a couple shots off. Now the waves usually last quite a while. We're currently on day 1, midnight hour. One later waves, it was taking me up to like hour 4 or 6 into the day. So like I said, you need to gather as much as you can in the early days, and then automate as much as you can after that, which means getting into power. Power in this game is super advanced compared to any other game I've played. It makes it a lot more fun, gives you a ton of options of things to do. Up here comes Mama June. She has a lot of hit points. She's like a tank class, so watch out for her. I don't see an elite yet. Usually the elite comes later on, towards the end of the wave. So we're going to loot that because I did not mean to shoot her way out there. Like I said, I do want all the research data I can get my hands on. From there we just run back over here, jump up here. If you press space, so if you jump and don't make it, just double tap spacebar, you'll jump and grab it, and then it'll push yourself up. Alright, so you can see right there, that green guy, he's going to walk by us, and he's going to end up probably shooting at us. Watch him. He'll try to hit us. So just dodge that. It's no big deal. Now, don't think you can put a wall here, though. If you block off their path to you and there's no way for them to reach you, they will smash everything to get to you. Now, if you see them going aggro on your stuff and they're not moving, just shoot them one time and that'll get them back on path and back to tracking you. Alright, so that guy right there, that's one of the first elites we're going to see on wave night, or night 1. Eventually, you're going to see a lot more than just one, so watch out for this guy. He can take a ton of damage. He can also dish it out. Gonna reload this just to be safe. Well, I guess he can't take as much as I thought, but like I said, every night they regain hit points. They're going to get stronger and stronger, and they will increase their numbers. This, like I said, this is night 1, or day 0. This is the easiest it's going to get. You're going to see a massive difference between tonight and tomorrow night, and a huge difference between tonight and day 5. Every 5 days, it gets way worse. So day 5, day 10, those are the 2 big days. We got a lot to cover and get done before then. A lot of prep work to do. So if they start running weird like that, like I said, just back up and get them a better straight path. They didn't used to fall off that often, so don't know why he's over there attacking our stuff. I guess he's mad at us, so we'll just shoot him one time. And as you can see, he's coming right back to us. Or not. What are you doing over there, son? Get off my stuff. Like I said, the AI has been tweaked a bit. I can definitely tell that, because used to they would never have gone over that way. They could just stay right here on all of this. But it's fine where we build our next base. It won't be an issue. They won't be able to reach our crafting tables or our storages. Once the music stops and the skull icon changes from red, you'll notice that that's the end of the wave. I do advise staying away from water. I did have issues with water where if they fall in the water, they go under it, and it's really, really hard to get to them and kill them. So your wave may never end. That's why my last base was I built on a bridge. I'm not going to do that again. We're on hour 1. We should be getting close. Another thing to make a note of is at the end of the waves, be careful when you start looting. And once you leave your base to go loot, a lot of times there will be stragglers, and you don't want to get stuck with the stragglers behind you, because there could be as many as 5, 10, 15, 30 of them just stuck on something, and then when you move, they finally get unstuck. So you might think the wave's done, but in reality, it might not be. I'm going to eat these apples to get rid of some of this, just to make us some space. I do want to save your herbs. I advise you save those. They'll come in handy later on. I just want to make sure we don't max out on research data and can't hold it, because we need as much of that as we can get right now. But as you can see later on, it's going to be a total, it's just going to dump it all because you're not going to need it. Alright, so you can see the skull icon finally calmed down. The music's chilling out. That means the wave is over. Like I said, though, there could still be stragglers on the way, so watch out for those guys. Run around your traps. Make sure you pick up all your arrows, loot bags. Eventually, the loot bags are going to get better and better. They're going to drop better items, better gear, and things that you really, really need. Yep, right there, I can hear something. Yep, there's another, that guy. We do not want to fight that guy straight up like normal. Oh wow, he dodged it when I shot him. Like I said, you can see the stragglers. That was 1 elite plus like 7 or 8 of these guys coming behind him. And there's even more right there. Like, that's crazy. Let's make sure we're still good on swings. Still looking good. I think we should be in great shape now, so I'm going to finish looting all this. And then from here, we're going to move to our next location. So when you get ready to move, I was planning to demo all these workbenches. I might still do it. It's just we're out of inventory space. What we are going to do, though, and I highly advise you to do this unless you plan to come back to this base, is to demolish your traps. And the reason for that is to get the trap machine back. So definitely make sure you have space to carry that. We're going to drop this. Oh, we can cook these eggs. That'll give us 1 slot back because that'll stack with other food. You want to keep food on you just to help you heal. And that's going to give us 2 slots back. So let's go ahead and demo our 2 traps. Like I said, I want the trap machines for the new location. That's why I spent so much time farming and gathering. So let's get our claw hammer out. And then we're going to go ahead and demolish these. You don't have to worry about these small traps. I'm just demoing this to get the wood back. Another thing we can do before we head out too, now that I've demoed everything, we can go ahead and go to our research table. And if there's anything else we want to learn, I'd love to go into Porter, but we don't have the book for that. You can see right here, it requires a book. Novice Scavenger, completion speed plus 30%. I still feel like we can loot faster. Let's go ahead and grab that one. Scavenger, completion speed plus 30%. Takes a book though. Petty Thief. Now that is one of the new things in the game. Now this will allow us to not set off burglar alarms on doors. So we're going to research that. The next one we need to get to is Car Thief. That'll be really important. So looting cars and stuff now, you can set off alarms, and that will call every zombie remotely close to you right to your spot. So be ready for that. Either be ready to fight, be ready to run. Next thing I want to work into is probably going to be this tier here. So that's going to allow us to gather faster, because that's going to be really important. We definitely need stone, but we're out of research points already. So we go ahead and sort our inventory again. We're still capped out. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and make a move across the map. That's going to be the end of episode 1, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that content. If there's anything else I can show you, anything else you want to see, just let me know. And we'll keep on progressing. We'll get on up to day like 30, 40, 50, maybe 100 at this point. I don't know how long this series will run. because we're going to base this series off. We'll probably run it until he comes out with a new update, which is going to have all the new mobs. I'll get the notes on those for everybody to see what's coming. It's going to be like a little bit more like Dark Souls to an extent with some of the stuff we have to do and some of the enemies we're going to be facing. So as always, guys, be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing. I'd love to see more people subscribing. It'll help the channel grow. It keeps me motivated. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out.